Hey, hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and today I've got a semi-professional Fake Flash. It's literally his username. Fake Flash, it's in Korean, and it actually uses Flash's real name to a degree. So let me show you. Japho. The Ho stands for Lee Young-ho, which is Flash's real name. So the Ho refers to Flash's name, and Jap literally means fake, imitation. So he is the fake Flash, and he's here up against Minchul, who's on the barcode, SS barcode. Because that's something he uses for his username quite often. He's a barcode enjoyer. He loves the code. He loves the bar. You can find him frequenting the barcode more than once a week. A couple times a week. Sometimes more than once a day. He is a man dedicated to the barcode craft. But Fake Flash has other plans for our barcode enjoyer. He plans to put an end to the barcode enjoyer once and for all. Once and for all. Now this replay might look familiar to some people because I do believe that Joe StarCraft CassieCast has, in fact, casted this before. I tried not to watch the video because I wanted to cast a semi-professional like Fake Flash myself. So that's why I'm here today, casting a game that you might have already seen on another channel, but I also wanted to cast this myself because I largely cast because I really enjoy watching action develop and progress in real time while I'm talking gibberish all over it. All over it. So we have Fake Flash here, Japho, going for Barrack Supply Depot. No gas yet in the back because he cannot afford that yet. And he's scouting with an SCV and a Marine. He's out for blood. He wants to find this hatchery in the choke quick and hopefully prevent it from happening. But considering that he is sadly slightly off course, the drone there in the front will finish up and start building that sunken, and by the time the Fake Flash arrives, there will be a sunken in the front. So yeah, tough cookie to crumble. Although, this Marine right there, it's right on track, arriving right on the scene, SV there joining in. We have some Zerglings there as well, protecting the hatchery in the front, and a third hatchery, fourth hatchery on the way in the back. I really needed a drink. I really needed that one. You see, I casted a series before this, and it turns out I already casted it, so I ended that one halfway in because I don't want to re-upload something I've casted like a year ago. So I kind of already spent some time casting today without results. Hopefully I've got enough energy left to make this Fake Flash against Minchul game the meeting between the fastest map professional. Well, yeah, I say Minchul is technically a professional because he streams for a living, and doing something for a living makes you a professional, kind of, right? Not quite sure how to name that. Maybe I should just stick to calling him a Gosu instead. Minchul, a fastest map Gosu, Japho, Fake Flash, a semi-professional or just a very high-level semi-professional / amateur player. He's won a tournament once, an ACS tournament meant for non-professionals. And I think a semi-professional is not quite yet a professional. Like, that's why the semi is in there. Not quite there yet. He did win that tournament once. I think he won it once. The ACS. Which is like a tournament that they introduced to help high-level amateurs qualify for the ASL. Because when you win the ACS, you get to automatically select one of the ASL qualifier final matches and play in that against the winner of a qualifier finals group. So you automatically get a ticket, only one set removed from qualifying for the ASL if you win the ACS. Sadly, our friend here, Fake Flash, did not manage to win that qualifier match. He lost, I think, against a very high-level professional, and he couldn't quite get in. It happens quite often. It's very rare for a non-professional to qualify for the ASL. It's very rare. There's, I think, like 3 players who've done it, or well, maybe 4 or 5. Let's say 5. Like there's Scan, there's Soma. Soma, who is now the best Zerg player in the world, wasn't originally a professional. He was actually just an amateur player, and he qualified for the ASL. He's like the biggest success story in StarCraft in terms of an amateur becoming a professional after the professional scene actually already ended. But now we got a fight here happening. Japho, Fake Flash trying to break through all those Sunkens. That's a lot of Sunkens and a lot of Marines, a lot of medics as well. But the Marines are not enough in number, or are they? Sunkens are finally going down. The Zerglings about a lot of time, but it looks like the Sunken army is too strong for the Marines to break through. He only killed 2 of them. The Sunkens there, though, are on low HP. No, not even on low HP. Only killed 2. It really looks like the Zerglings bought so much time, distracted for so long, that sadly he couldn't break through. Spire on the bottom, 11 Mulisks on the way, Queen's Nest as well, Hylisk Den getting lurkers. And now the Mulisks are going for the counterattack, while all of Fake Flash's Marines are here in the middle, waiting to break into the Sunken Choke. But the Marines here, back at home, are in danger because Mutalisks have arrived, and they're not here to have a nice chat, they're here to kill everything. We have triple turret there though on the minerals. That's a very good choice. Snipes a dropship, they're out of the air, so not gonna get a cheeky drop off onto Minchul. Tank has arrived in the front, pushing onto the Sunkens. It's gonna be a pretty quick push. He's forced to build more Sunkens to buy himself some time, but now the Mutas there on the high ground, gonna try to snipe these units there on the low ground, using the vision denial mechanic from that high ground to try and limit the amount of time Marines have to fire back. On the high ground and back onto it. On the high ground, and he just keeps shooting volleys onto those units next to that hill. It is, in my opinion, the reason why Mulisks are such a great option on this map specifically, and a weaker option on the western map, where you don't have these hills, you've got space. Just open space. You never lose vision of the Mutalisk, you can always return fire at them. The micro here on display from both players is amazing though. Like, professional and semi-professional players have really, really good micro. I shouldn't have to say that, but oh boy, they do. Just look at him dancing back and forth. He is like always watching, while at the same time building back at home. It's really impressive, almost impossible to replicate stuff. See, if you could do this, well, you would practically be a semi-professional player. So very, like, look at him, he's never ever not looking at this. He's never ever not looking. I'm not sure how he manages to do it, but look at Minchul. He's got Lurker Zergling coming in for the attack, getting right in between. The timing is perfect, gonna kill all of this. The tanks have nowhere to run to. Hive is on the way, Hive is finished. The fighter mount there being built. I'm gonna try to follow up this attempt at a jailbreak across the map with Dark Swarm and Lurkers, but it looks like Fake Flash will just... will he be able to kill this? Yes. He wins the fight by splitting up his units in multiple directions and trying to keep the vessel alive against the Scourges. This time around, though, loses the vessel against the Scourges, and it looks like the Zerglings are not enough to win an exchange, so in the end, Fake Flash still reigns supreme on the middle with his level 1 upgraded attack Marines. Zerglings try to get in, but Marines are blocking the access point. He's on 6 barracks. He's kind of playing this like a normal map situation. Very heavy on the Marines. A lot of Marines. Might even go for 9 barracks in total. Getting more starpers on the side. Gonna try to break through over the middle, but Lurkers there blocking the pathway. Consume on the way, the fighter on the way. He's got no greater Spire yet. The Spire being all the way in the front is somewhat of a weakness. Because if this goes down, he has to build another one. But let's assume and hope for Minchul he can keep his front portion sealed off with the Dark Swarm. Lurker, the Filer is finished up, has no vision, lost the vessel earlier, forced to pull back and retreat. Minchul noticed that and immediately jumped on the opportunity to push those tanks and marines back with the Lurkers. And now he's got Dark Swarm and Consume, so now it's time to once again maybe try to push across the map, maybe try to set up a defensive position on the middle. Marines do go down. Fake Flash for once, not paying attention. It's rare, but it happens. He's moving out there with those units. He's making vessels, but he forgot to make them for quite some time. 53 SCVs against 29 drones. Minchul trying to find a good position to attack from. Finds a good angle. Runs away with the Marines, splits them up. Lurkers don't really kill a lot. And looks like Fake Flash is stepping in between to intercept. Really smart move. I'll try to snipe the Defiler, but it escapes underneath the Dark Swarm just in time. If he can kill the Lurker, he can stop Dark Swarm push as well. Minchul there makes another push onto those Marines. They're waiting in between. They were there to intercept. Instead, get caught in between Lurkers and Zerglings with nowhere to run. Firebats on the scene, getting mines as well. Mines are surprisingly good against Lurkers trying to advance. Vessel there gets caught in the air yet again. Firebats are absolutely destroying the Zerglings with ease, but there has no detection, so they have to pull back. So Minchul has successfully pushed across the map, and he's now got the reverse contain, something that rarely happens, to contain by the Zerg on the Terran. Fake Flash there, slowly getting pushed on. Mines exploding, Firebats pushing while they can before the Lurkers re-burrow. And they get a couple of kills, not all of them, they get a couple of kills and retreat to the safer zone, with mines protecting them while vessels are on the way in the back. Looks like he's not going for 9 barracks, he's going for a stronger, heavier factory base. Pushing forward, mines exploding on everything. Oh, he killed a lot of his own units with the mines. Now even more of them go down to the mines, but the mines in the end do kill the advancing Zerglings. We have 4 Lurkers still alive. He's going to try to run past, but only 1 Volter survives. Going to place some mines in between. He's making raids. Very surprising option. He's on 1, 2, 3, 6 gas. Might need to fill out a couple more. 62 SCVs, 2 armories, a couple of supply depots still he needs. And the Zerglings are once again coming across the map to give fuel to the Defiler. Mines keep exploding on the Zerglings, and they all go down. No consumes for you, my friend. Which now means the Lurkers can go down, but the tanks are a little bit too far away. A little bit too far away. And Vessel has not been moved to the front there yet. He lost it again. He radiated, I assume. Not sure if he did. Like, there's a pathway all the way around here. So I assume he radiated just now and I missed it. But Minchul, of course, has Burrow, so not going to get caught off guard. Scourge is hunting for vessels, but surprise, it's all the way in the back. So that's where the vessel escaped to the back. And he snipes it, finds it. So Fake Flash still contained to his base, has more supply, a couple more workers. Minchul is catching up with his workers. What matters the most for Minchul is keeping Fake Flash locked into his own base. Fake Flash needs more vessels, so he's going to control towers. Got some raids flying across the map, hunting for overlords and scourges on the sides to take away vision over the map. Minchul is spreading out his overlords as we speak, all over the bottom side of the map, getting as much vision as he needs. Now 64 drones, all the technology here in the front. Got a Greater Spire as well. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hatcheries. The one in the front survived the entire early game, which is rare, but it happens. Rare, but it happens. So Minchul is catching up, while Fake Flash is contained to the confines of his base. He needs a couple more supply depots to max out. He's currently kind of somewhat supply blocked. does not have a lot of production at home, but he's going to fill out the remaining space with more factories and still needs a little bit more gas. I do think that Terran against Zerg is very taxing on the gas. You need a lot of gas in order to play the late game. With 6 gas, you simply at some point can no longer keep up with the Zerg production because you're going to be quickly losing tanks, vessels, Goliaths, and maybe even vultures. And they are all very expensive on the gas. You need more than 6, at least 8 or 9. Unless you don't lose units much. But I predict that in this game, Fake Flash is going to lose a lot of units to the probably superior production capability of Minchul, who's now adding on more hatcheries, more extractors, and finishing up those upgrades to get them to the next level. He's on 0-0 for air, his ground is on 2-1 already. The fighter on the front keeping him contained. There's one lurker underneath, but he needs a vessel to radiate it. He's just going to move through. He's just going to ignore the one lurker and move right past. Who cares about one lurker? It doesn't kill anything at all. It does some damage, but it kills nothing. Scans are coming out there onto Minchul's base, sees the technology, sees his frontal portion where he rallies to. He's got some pretty good information out of that scan. The fighter on the scene. Lurker's not yet finished up. He's going to try to push through before the lurkers can be operational. He's got them morphing right here. Needs more energy on the fighter to burrow and dark swarm those lurkers. We got Mules in the air, but a lot of Goliaths behind. And some Valkyries as well. Kills both Valkyries, but the Mules are pretty strong, it appears. 1-1 there on the Goliaths, but the Goliaths don't have their upgrade yet. The Goliaths don't have Karen boosters yet. They don't have Goliath range, so they're not as effective as they could be. He killed the fighter, but the mutants are going to save the day. This is unprecedented. This I've never seen. Oh, he's got the Goliath upgrade now. It's finished up. It's finished up just on time. Can he still survive this push by the Mule's army? The air armada against the ground defense. Can he do it? More Goliaths going from the top side there. Fake Flash pushing through. Dark Swarm Lurker comes up just in time. He bought himself enough time to get that impenetrable Dark Swarm Lurker operational there in the front. Just enough time. I think if Fake Flash had Karen boosters already finished when that fight started, he would have broken through, most likely. Probably. Don't want to say 100%, but the chance would have been way higher, as the mutalists would have probably all died more easily. So now we are in a classic Zerg against Terra. Oh, he loses a couple of seconds of Dark Swarm, but throws another one up just in time to save those lurkers. They took pretty bad damage. Look, we're almost dead. He's going to go for the counter attack. Dark Swarm. Oh no, he's going to wait a little bit longer. He's going to wait just a little bit longer. Another great plague there, though. Like, he's been plaguing this portion pretty well. Really makes them much weaker, and by the time those Mulisks are turned into Guardians, or they just go for an attack, they kill this stuff really easily. Look at how easily plagued units die to Zerglings splashing tank fire onto other tanks. It's apparently pretty easy to push through this. Apparently pretty easy. So Minchul is maxed out. Fake Flash almost maxed out himself. He's gotten a couple more factories, filling out the remainder of his base. He did not get more gas though. He's still only on 6 gas, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10. Whereas Minchul is mining from every single one. Now adding another 5 hatches, he's got 9 on the top, make it 10, and 7 on the bottom, make it 17. So yeah, he will have a lot of production going into the post 20-minute phase of the game. Valkyries finding the Varus. The Varus are a nightmare for Valkyries. They have one function, and that is cock blocking everything that flies in the air. Now Ultralisks, Zerglings, Lurkers going on the push with Dark Swarm in the mix as well. Minchul with a very strong push into the middle. His combination is strong and deadly. The upgrades on the Ultralisks are amazing there, but the mines are kind of just killing them all. The mines are killing all the Ultralisks. Look at how much damage they take from those mines. They're on 4 armor, 2 attack, almost maxed out on upgrades. tanks are getting split up all over the place, because if you split up tanks against Ultralisks have to cover more distance to kill all the tanks, which of course means they take way more damage from the tanks. But this production by Minchul is continuously always maxed out. Comes across the map. Mines are in the middle, tanks in the front, tanks sieged up. Ultralisk in the mix. Tanks are on 2-2 upgrades, I assume. Also on 3-3, but still has about 1 minute or so left to go before they're on 3-3. Does he have enough here to defend against this? He doesn't have enough gas. He doesn't have enough gas. As I said before, once the game starts going into overdrive with the Zerg producing non-stop, you need a lot of gas, and it looks like Fake Flash does not have enough gas. He's producing from everything there, though. He's producing from every single structure, but he's forced to make a lot of vultures and less tanks. He cannot produce vessels from every single star, but he needs vessels a lot, because vessels need to radiate with the fighters and radiate the Ultralisks. Losing the vessels there in the air, more vessels coming to the front. You got tanks there in between the factories, but not enough. Look at the amount of Ultralisks just breaking through with brute force, just storming, just swarming, just overpowering like a flood that is never ever ending. I think this is GG. I think Fake Flash couldn't quite keep up with Minchul's production. I mean, it's evident because he's getting overrun, and I think it all comes down to his lack of gas. He's filled out the remaining gas just now. Just now, he filled out the remaining gas, but it was just a little bit too late. That push by Minchul into the middle sealed the deal, and Fake Flash lost game number 1. We've got more games coming up next time, so hope to see you soon. Please do return. I will try my best to once again entertain you with more exciting StarCraft Fastest Map here at RJB TV with me, your host, RJB.